Hey guys, Chris here from Cohesive Friendship Unit. I am with Brian. And Jake.
Hey guys.
And this is part 3 of our Road to E3 predictions. We're going to be spotlighting Nintendo this week. Real quick, please throw us down comments if you have anything to talk about from this video. If you like the video, definitely throw us a like. And if you love our content, definitely throw us a sub. All right, so I think we're going to do some categories because I think Nintendo has potentially the biggest loaded can. This thing is ready to blow. There's a lot that could happen with Nintendo, and this is a huge year for them to try to follow up. So I think we're going to have a little bit of structure here. We're going to talk about games that we already know about, that are confirmed. We're going to talk about rumored games. We're going to talk about first-party games unannounced, and then third-party games unannounced. Let's start with games that... Sorry.
Before we get into that, I think we could just get this off the table. We all think that they're not coming out with any sort of hardware at E3.
Oh yeah, we can do that right now.
It's going to be software only.
No.
All right, good.
But I am super excited to talk about all the 3DS software that we should see this year. I think 3DS is a big year. All right. All kidding aside, Metroid Prime 4. Are we going to see gameplay, and is it going to come out this year? I am throwing down a big hearty yes on gameplay, big hearty no. It's going to be 2019.
Why would you show gameplay? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
It could be early 2019. It could be March 2019.
I think if they show gameplay it's going to happen this year, that's because people are kind of upset about the fact that there's no Metroid game yet.
So yeah,
they've been teasing it for a while.
They showed the logo last E3, and then they haven't said anything since that last E3.
Yeah, I think that's probably I think it's gonna be yes and yes.
You think Metroid Prime 4 is coming out this year?
This year, it's gonna be late this year. It's gonna be the holiday season.
Fuck, dude.
I think it's gonna happen because
I would lose my shit.
That's what they gotta do. They gotta get the software. They have the hardware now. They gotta get the software.
Brian, I hope you're right.
Towards Brian's answer as well. I mean, they need something big to come out this year.
Dude, Smash is coming out this year.
Yeah, but they need the more hits they get, the more Switches they sell.
I agree, dude. I hope that you both are right.
Smash and Metroid are in totally different categories too.
If we got Smash, Metroid, and Pokemon and Fire Emblem, but we'll get to all these games. If we got that all in the last quarter of 2018, that would be the hypest quarter ever for me.
I'm just gonna say, I want a Fire Emblem game so badly, but I think that's going to be 2019. So we haven't heard much about it.
Yeah, I think that's like a tertiary.
All right, let's move on to Fire Emblem. So here's what happened to Fire Emblem. In February of 2017, there was a Fire Emblem Direct where they showed off the iOS game, or the mobile game Fire Emblem Heroes. They showed us the 3DS game Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia, Echoes, whatever. And they showed us the Switch game Fire Emblem Warriors, which is a Dynasty Warriors clone. And they also said that Fire Emblem is coming out in 2018 for the Nintendo Switch. They didn't even have a title for it. They just said it's coming out in 2018. So we'll ask the same question. Are we going to see it at E3? And is it coming out this year? I'm saying we're going to see it and it's coming out because we haven't heard anything.
Well, so, if they said they do it, that's a big commitment to make.
Yeah, they said,
if you say that you're going to do something, regardless of who you are, people are going to be expecting that you're going to deliver on that, especially if you give dates. So I would agree with Chris. I don't think there's as much pressure as there is for Metroid, but
I think it depends on who you are too, though. Nintendo, usually when they say it's coming out this time, it comes out that time. If you're
with the exception of Zelda.
Right. If you're a Rockstar, you could push your game back a long time, and
you can push your game back 2 or 3 years, and it's
So, yeah, I guess maybe Fire Emblem will be 2018, Metroid will be 2019, but I would lean towards Fire Emblem early 2019, Metroid 2018.
Yeah, I could see a Q1 2019 from Fire Emblem.
I think you're going to see Metroid first, though. I think Metroid's got more mass market appeal than Fire Emblem does.
My biggest problem with Fire Emblem, not problem, but unless they're going to push it like late summer, like a September game or an August game, which seems unlikely to me that they'd show it off at E3 and then like a month and a half later it would come out. Right. Unless that's their plan, I think Smash alone, but Smash and Pokemon could definitely cannibalize sales of it. Just from a business perspective, if you're throwing those 3 juggernauts out, like somebody's not going to get bought. So, and I think Fire Emblem would be the one.
Yeah, I could see like Smash and Fire Emblem, Metroid and Pokemon. Like Smash, Fire Emblem 2018, Metroid, Pokemon 2019, because they're kind of different enough. Like the turn-based slow style is like Fire Emblem, Pokemon.
You have an RPG in each year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's move on to Smash. I don't think there's a whole lot to discuss because they've announced that there's an invitational on the 12th, and they've announced who's going to be there, and they've said that the game will be blown out then. So I think we're going to see it, and it's coming out this year. I think it's coming out in September with the online server.
Yeah.
I think it's coming out sooner than that.
You think it's coming out sooner than September?
Yeah.
Brian, you give me so much hope, man.
I think that Smash is... I don't know why I get this feeling either, because like I don't follow the scuttlebutt or any of that, but I think that Smash is probably fairly close to being done, and that's going to be a huge moneymaker for them. Huge. So they want to get that out as fast as possible.
I think it probably is done. The fact that they're having high-level players play it in a tournament.
Yeah, the game's set, or it's at least in very, very late beta. Yeah, I think. I don't want to say we're going to see that at E3, but I don't think it would be long after.
You mean the release?
Yeah. I think that it's that developed. I think that it's probably pretty much ready to go.
The only reason I think they'd hold it is because the online services.
The only reason I think they're holding it is to manufacture the cartridges. So that they have enough to put in retail stock. No, I'm serious. Like, if you have to manufacture 30 million copies of a game.
Damn, dude. If Smash sold 30 million, like that, there's not 30 million Switches, but if I could see it having... Lifetime. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure over its lifetime. I could see it shortly after launch having an attach rate of like 70%.
Yeah, I can see them selling 5 or 6 million within the first year. Easy.
Oh, I think they could do it in the first week.
I think the first week is a little ambitious, even for Smash. 5, that's a lot.
I think
5 or 6
Skyrim sold 7 million in its first week. I want to say that was across all platforms, so maybe not.
Right. So if they're using that for a model, and I didn't know that was that high. In that case, I rescind my earlier statement. They can definitely sell 5 million or 6 million in a week.
Yeah.
And but that means they need to have like 10 million cartridges on hand when
for sure
they release to stores, and those take a while to manufacture.
Yeah.
On top of all the other shit. All right, what do you think?
On release date?
Just on Smash, because
I think it's probably coming out with maybe a little before the launch of the online. Probably around that time. It makes a lot of sense.
I do think that we're going to see a beta for this. I think there's going to be... So on the 3DS, they did have a downloadable demo. I think for this one, to test server load, they are going to have like something going on.
That makes sense. It'll probably be closed, though.
Have they done a beta before? Like, that doesn't
seem like a Nintendo thing. Well, okay, so here we go. They had the 3DS demo for Smash on the 3DS, which that might have just been to placate the players because they didn't need to test anything for that. For Splatoon 2, they had multiple demos. For Mario Tennis, they're having server testing betas. So they've been doing it for their online stuff. ARMS had demos and server strains.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, this is also kind of a new thing for them. Like, it's not a cartridge or a disc where you make it and you walk away from it. Like, you can't modify it. The servers are dynamic, so
Yeah, but you'd want it to be good for launch, you know?
Right, and the only way you can test that is with a lot of people using the server at once.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. Cool. All right. So I think that covers games that we know are in existence. Let's talk about the two big rumors that have been going around. Pokemon Switch. Are we seeing it before or at E3? And is it coming out this year? I'm saying yes and yes. I think we're going to see it in the next 3 days probably. And I think it will come out this year.
I agree, but I think that'll come out. I think that'll be later. I don't think.
Oh yeah,
it'll be like a holiday.
Yeah,
holiday.
I think most of these are holiday.
Yeah. If you haven't seen our other Pokemon video, definitely check it out. But we were
I was
leaning
just going to
towards-
say that.
Yeah, we were leaning towards some integration with Pokemon Go. And if that's the case, it would have to come out in the warmer time frames for people to actually,
Ooh, good call.
get that in.
Yeah,
So
that's a good point.
It would have to be either very, very soon or next year.
Interesting.
Or it could be a
What, you think-
progressive rollout.
I think just because you live in Coldville means that your Pokemon game come out on your terms. No,
Some
I
people are
that's a good
hardcore.
point.
Some people go out in the snow to catch
Yeah,
Pokemon.
that is a good point. I hadn't considered that. But okay, so what about Starfox Grand Prix? I'm gonna go with a yes and a yes for we will see it and it will come out.
If it is a Star Fox Grand Prix, it's probably fairly cheap and easy to make. So yeah, sure, why not?
I think at the most it would see logo tees and that's about it.
Okay. So for me at least, I'm saying this year the two big hitters are going to be Smash and Pokemon, and we're going to get two also big, not Grand Slams. The two Grand Slams are Pokemon and Smash, and then we're going to get Fire Emblem and Star Fox Grand Prix. That's my 2018 big punches.
That's a lot of punches to round out the rest of the year.
I would agree, but I would switch Star Fox for Metroid.
Metroid, yeah.
Yeah.
It is a lot of punches, Jake, but they haven't had many punches
Right.
this year. They really haven't. They've had Labo. I mean, that's it, you know?
Right.
I mean, the Switch itself is still kind of it's not an unpopular item,
Yeah.
they're still selling pretty well.
They're trying to sell 20 million this year. Okay, let's shift into first party predictions. I think this is where we can have a little bit of fun. Does anyone want to start first, or should I just dive right in?
How about
Why
start
don't you
us
go
off?
ahead? Yeah.
Okay, I think we are going to see Mario Odyssey DLC. I think we're going to see a teaser / maybe light gameplay, but not coming out this year. This is like a come back next E3 and we'll tell you about it. Top-down Zelda game for the Switch and 3DS. And I think we're going to see an Animal Crossing tease. That's what I got.
Ooh,
I
think
agree
we'll
with
see-
the Animal Crossing.
I think we'll see a Pikmin tease as well.
Ooh, I would like Pikmin tease. I'd be into that.
Yeah.
Well, because Pikmin is one of those things that's become unexpectedly popular.
Yeah.
I love Pikmin.
Pikmin's huge.
It's in the kind of the same category as Fire Emblem. It wasn't necessarily the most popular thing when it came out, but people damn, this is good.
Right.
So
True.
And I believe you could integrate Pikmin with online pretty easily.
Oh yeah, for
Pretty
sure.
well.
You could have some good times with that.
or mobile, if they want to expand that.
Oof,
Yeah.
Oof. Or
Oh, that-
mobile.
So that's a good point. This is something that we haven't super much talked about. There is confirmed a Zelda mobile game in development, and there's confirmed a Mario Kart mobile game in development.
I think the Mario Kart makes a lot of sense.
I do too. I think that one could really take off.
I mean, they've
Any
also
other-
been making buckets of money with their mobile games, so
Yeah.
why not just do all the mobile games?
Any other first party predictions that we're gonna see?
Kirby? Wasn't there?
They
some
just
conference-
launched a Kirby.
Oh, they
game.
just launched it.
Oh shit, we didn't talk about Yoshi. He'll be there. It'll be great. There's
Oh,
a
yeah,
Yoshi
definitely,
game.
Yeah,
that
there's
they-
definitely going to be.
Yeah. But yeah, that'll be great. We all love Yoshi, right?
Yeah. Why are you thinking a top-down Zelda game? That's a pretty spicy prediction.
So there's been a few rumors of a Link's Awakening, which was the Game Boy game.
Yeah.
Not Oracle of Seasons and Ages, but their other one. There's been a lot of rumors of a 3DS remake of that, and I think that they already have the engine from Link's Awakening, or not Link's Awakening, from shoot, I'm blanking on the name, the remake of Link to the Past. So I think
Yeah.
they already have the engine working, and I think Nintendo may have realized from their Metroid 2 remake, that's the other thing, they did a Metroid 2 remake. I think they may have realized that a lot of people were upset that the Metroid 2 remake didn't come to both the 3DS and the Nintendo Switch. It just came to the 3DS. And they recently announced Captain Toad Treasure Tracker coming to the Switch and the 3DS. So I think they've kind of figured out that people are going to be mad if things stay exclusive to the 3DS.
Right. I think you're
And I
thinking
think-
of Link Between Worlds, by the way.
Link Between Worlds, you're correct. Yeah.
It just came to me. I watched a video about it today.
Nice. Yeah, so I think like they have the engine. It would be a small project in a way to like keep Zelda fans happy and give them. It wouldn't come out, this year, but it would give them a 2019 game, which would be 2 years after Breath of the Wild. It would hold them over a little. It'd be on both systems.
Right, yeah, I could kind of see it, because Breath of the Wild is almost 2 years now. And
Well, yeah, it'll be a year and a half about.
What about another Earthbound game?
Ryan, you and every other.
Because that's one of those other things that's like inexplicably popular nowadays. Like those cartridges are through the roof expensive.
300.
I mean, I can. They're clearly tapping into that nostalgia market. Like, I can see it. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Yeah.
And who did that? Was that Hal or?
I think it was Hal. That makes sense.
Yeah. So they still have the lab. They still have the laboratory.
They have the IP.
They still have
yeah.
they still have the studio too.
Yeah. No, that would be everyone would love that. And again, that could be another one of those things where it, like similar to Zelda, it could be
Top-down RPG.
Yeah, it could be like low effort in the sense that it's not a AAA game. You don't need a 300-person team and tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars to have these massive games.
Right.
Yeah, you can use what you already have.
Yeah. Cool. Any other first party predictions?
No, sir.
All right, let's shuffle down to third party. I have two big ones, and then a few small ones. I think Fortnite is a given. We have to get. It's on iPhones, and it's not on the Switch,
Yeah.
so we're gonna get Fortnite. And I think we'll see a fair amount of Bayonetta too.
Yeah, those are solid predictions. I think Fortnite
But
is a definite. It's everywhere.
Yeah, we gotta get
It's
Fortnite.
everywhere.
And
It's everywhere.
well, so last E3, their kind of e-sporty game, I guess, was Rocket League, and that was kind of like a nice like competitive online game. I think this could serve the same flavor, like,
Right.
hey, we have a third party online competitive game, and it's Fortnite.
Yeah, and a lot of people have been asking, like, why not the Switch? It's everywhere.
Yeah.
I have heard that, like, porting Unreal Engine games onto the Switch is kind of a bitch, and the guys that did Rocket League are just, like, game savants. But
That's a really small studio. They got Doom on the Switch too, so they are definitely savants.
also, like, Epic invented the engine, so they should be able
So
to
yeah,
do it.
they should be able to pull it off. Also, it's running on iPhones, so they should be
Yeah.
able to pull it off.
Well, you can also make iPhone apps on the Unreal Engine, so
Yeah, but like, it's running
right.
on an iPhone.
Yeah, I mean that's some hardware limitations.
Any other third-party guys?
I think it's going to be Grand Theft Auto 5.
I kind of
Best
agree.
best-selling game of all time, though.
No, that would be Tetris.
Yeah,
Followed
well,
by, I believe, Minecraft. It's number 3, I can tell you that.
yeah,
It's
well,
at, they
it's
have,
only been around for 5 years, man. Tetris
yeah,
has been around since 1983.
they have 95 million copies sold.
Yeah, it's a
That's a
given,
lot.
and I mean it's definitely right up Nintendo's alley. Like when I played Grand Theft Auto 5, I was like, could have been a Nintendo game. Like the level of detail that they put into the worlds and stuff like that, the amount of graphic violence, killing hookers,
Just like a
drugs,
Mario
all that
game.
stuff. It's just what Nintendo stands for,
Yeah.
and I think that that's a definite.
And on the same note, I mean, I think it came out on 360 and PS3 originally. I think it could definitely be done on.
Yeah, they could one up them. They could totally one up them.
Yeah.
And that would add an online element too, because you get GTA 5, you get GTA Online.
True that, true that.
The same game, same engine.
On a similar note, I think we're also going to see Fallout 4.
I was just
Just
going to
'cause-
say maybe a Fallout game as well.
Yeah, Bethesda pushed out Skyrim, and I think it sold well. I don't have any numbers, but I know people bought it.
Yeah.
I bought it, so
Well, in all seriousness, they do kind of need a more mature title.
well, they're getting Wolfenstein 2 in the
Yeah,
energy.
but Wolfenstein. It's like they kind of need something with a little bit more depth that's not Zelda. You know what I mean?
I mean, they've
I
got
know.
Wolfenstein,
That's not-
Doom, Skyrim,
LA Noire.
Fallout. Maybe they'll bring
Yeah,
Prey, but that's
No, the more the better, though. The more the better, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're attracting more people to
Yeah.
your hardware.
And I mean, we're definitely going to see Crash Bandicoot because that's coming in July. But I think they're also going to reveal Spyro trilogy for Switch.
Yeah,
Which
that would be good.
I'll be pretty hyped for.
I can't wait for a Spyro.
Well, hopefully it's announced. So, do we have any other third parties? I think we're pretty solid.
Yeah, those are pretty good predictions.
Yeah, I mean, I think if even half of this stuff happens, it's going to be a pretty solid E3. Like, that's a lot of good shit. That's possibly Metroid, possibly Pokemon, possibly Fire Emblem, possibly Starfox, Smash, Mario Odyssey, Zelda, Fortnite. That's just so much stuff.
I really hope it's a good
Well-
E3 and not like another mini direct.
What else do they have to do at this point? They're not going to launch hardware. Like they're going to
Yeah.
go hard in the software at this. So like I think 4 games in a year, if that's what your company's doing, if that's what you're putting all the resources behind, that's reasonable. That's doable.
Yeah. All right. That sounds awesome. Hopefully this happens. We will know soon, though. But until then, what should our viewers do, Brian?
All right, thanks a lot, Chris. And if you guys have ever successfully ported Fortnite onto a TI-84 calculator, be sure to let us know down in the comments there. And as always, make sure to click that little ringy dingy up in the top right-hand corner so you stay updated with all the cool shit going on here on the Cohesive Friendship Unit channel. And make sure to crush that motherfucking like button. That's all for me tonight, Chris.
All right. Thanks, Brian. Let us know what you guys think, and we'll catch you guys next time.